A comedy show is happening this weekend in Provo, Utah, and it's working to end the stigma of mental illness with humor and comedy. Brandy and Brad are here to tell us all about it. Great to see you both.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks.
Of course. Okay, first tell us, what is Dying to Laugh? What is this show?
It's a comedy show about depression and suicide. It's always 4 comics, so we've done about 30 of these shows all over the country.
Okay, interesting. And why did you guys decide to do this?
September will be 4 years since I had a 5150. That's police code in California for a 3-day against your will lockup, usually for being suicidal. About 6 months after that, I found a suicide note that I wrote in the 6th grade.
6th grade.
6th grade. And at first I thought, that's so cute. What's funny, there was no date on the note, but I knew it was the 6th grade. I found this little journal box, and in the 6th grade, I sat next to Michelle Madsen, and I had a crush on her. And you remember that, because I'm left-handed, she's right-handed, and our elbows would touch, we were writing. And the note said, I don't want to live anymore, I just want to die, no one's ever going to miss me. And then my next entry said, I think Michelle Madsen's a fox. So that was my carbon dating to figure out, I knew 6th grade, and then I thought, I'm in my 50s, I've never talked about my mental health, I've never talked about the depression, not to a doctor, to anyone, and I've struggled my whole life with it. And I thought, you know, comedians will talk about anything on stage. There's no boundaries to what we'll talk about.
Sure.
So why not put together a comedy show where comics talk about their struggles, what it feels like and looks like, and that's how we got started.
And it obviously hits very close to home with you. And Brandy, you also, tell us about your daughter.
February 25th of this year, 2021, I went to bed and I was rudely awakened by banging at my door. There were a couple police officers and they said, go check on your daughter. And I thought, oh dear, my 14-year-old, what has she got herself into? And they said, we're concerned about her. We got a call from a friend who called 911. I went upstairs, the door was locked. I almost had to kick down the door to get to her, and she had attempted suicide. And if her friend hadn't had the courage to call 911, I would have found my daughter dead in the morning. And it was just such, it's so hard as a parent to go through that. And this was actually the 2nd time with her. The 2nd time I almost lost her, and this time I thought, oh my gosh, I have a 2nd chance. What can I do with it? Because I shared my story that night from Primary Children's, and by the way, Primary Children's was overloaded. They didn't have a bed for her. They said, we've had so many suicide attempts, the youngest being 8 years old. Within 24 hours, they had had 20 to 24 suicide attempts. And I was just floored. I didn't know what to do. And my story went kind of viral. And then everybody started coming to me saying, Brandy, what do we do? I think my kid might be suicidal, but I don't know. And I had said in my video, stop everything you're doing right now and go ask your child, are you feeling suicidal? In one night, I got 2 people who said, you just saved my kid's life. I had no idea that they were suicidal, and they had even written notes.
Oh my gosh.
And they checked them into Huntsman Mental Health to get them treatment. And I just thought, okay, what can I do? Because shortly after Kaya's attempt, my friend lost his son, his 16-year-old son. And about 2 weeks ago, one of my best friends lost her 18-year-old nephew. And last week, my dad lost his 65-year-old female friend to suicide.
This is absolutely a real problem. I mean, we all know somebody that is struggling. It's part of it. And this is why you guys are doing the show, which is so important. It's this Saturday. Where can we get tickets? Where can we get more information?
You can get tickets at gooddeedrevolution.org. We've got a link on there. And there's information. We're going to be doing this show. We want to get the word out there, whatever we can do to save lives, because I don't want anyone to lose a loved one.
We're in this together, absolutely. Thank you so much, Brad and Brandy, for sharing your story. You're incredible people. Thank you for all you're doing, and I can't wait to see your success with everything. We're here with you. Thanks, you guys. Thanks.